everyone, and welcome back to the Coins Alert channel. This is Rich, making another movie about XRP today. As always, today, no matter where you are in the world, I hope you're all having a great day. We're going to talk about XRP. I had to start with this smoke quote because I know many people still don't believe tokenization has begun. A recent report with the SEC shows that MasterCard is actively using blockchain in its network. Tokens are now used in 30% of all MasterCard purchases. Our main goal now is to help blockchain communities and digital currencies. The timetable is moving faster. When someone says something will take a couple of years, you could cut that time by at least a year or a year and a half. This is because as soon as one bank starts doing this, all the other banks will start doing it too, creating a huge network effect. I think the same thing will happen with tokenization in the next few months. Right now, the only thing stopping our checks is that the United States doesn't have enough rules. Mr. Man wants to know how XPay moves money behind the scenes. Let's find out. The Interledger system will be used by X, which used to be Twitter. The Interledger protocol can be added to XPay to make cross-network payments easy. Interledger as a layer for routing, ILP, connects different payment networks. This means that XP can handle transactions between banks, digital wallets, and blockchain networks without having to form direct ties with each one. People always mean Ripple and XRP when they talk about Interledger protocol. The Interledger protocol is something that Ripple owns the patent for, and XRP is right at the heart of the Interledger protocol. Listen to this right now. Okay, so it's not quite half, but it's close. So basically, if you own Bitcoin and want to pay someone in Bitcoin, and that person is on Interledger, you can send Bitcoin to their Interledger address. As the payment goes through the network, it may pay out in Ethereum, because that person would rather be paid in Ethereum. And because of this, we think that people will hold their own cryptocurrency that they choose to hold and pay for things with the cryptocurrency that they choose to pay for things with. So I'm thinking about putting money into the system, right? It's the heavy stuff that makes Interledger a nice place to be, with people who can trade these cryptocurrencies for you. And I can go in more depth about that. That's one thing I'm putting money into. On top of that, I'm looking at apps that people or companies could use that could also use this technology. They say, hey, I have my own token, but I want to be paid. For my business to grow, I need to be able to take sales in more than one currency. They talked to them to find out how they could use Interledger as part of their answer. That was in 2018. In some places, that technology was already being used. Now that it's 2025, the BIS is making good use of Interledger protocol. Whenever one of their white papers talks about how RippleNet and XRP are connected, you can usually also find ILP there. But when you see $10,000 XRP, it starts with Interledger. It was planned that XRP would replace both large and small banking systems in every market in the world when it was first made. How do we understand this? This is clear when you look at how XRP is put together. A famous quote from Arthur Brito, co-founder of Ripple Labs, gives us a tantalizing hint. He wrote in 2017 that XRP needed to be able to handle 7.5 billion people. We'll come back to this quote, but for now, it shows how big Ripple wants to be in terms of being used by everyone in the world. So think about how many people live in the world. That XRP would only be used between banks was always what everyone said, making payments from one bank to another or across borders. That changes with Interledger protocol though. At this point, it can be used in stores all over the world, from person to person to business to dealer to business, both within the same country and to other countries. That's how that price is set. David Schwartz talks about Interledger protocol here. ILP is the same way. We can come up with new ideas below and above it. But the main thing I want to say is that ILP is a way to make small payments. In 2018, over 1 billion ILP payments were made. That's important for a reason. A small payment lets you do everything. Micropayments are like small bills. If you think about how the internet works, it does its best to get a packet to where it needs to go. The same thing is done by ILP at the endpoints or the smarts. ILP is the same way. If I want to send $100 to someone, I can just start sending them money and stop when it reaches $100 in more than one way that is better. You need to get a price if you're going to pay all at once. Do you have to pay for the price or is it free? Since you can't get a price for free, it will be a bad one. How many quotes do you pay for if you're going to pay for them? You buy one and then take it. You pay for 5 rates, but you only choose one. You can send micropayments through more than one forwarder when you watch them. That payment can also go through more than one of those unique forwarders. The best road is open to you, so use it. You can stream money faster if the road is really good. The road is very bad and money will flow more slowly. In the end, this means you can handle a payment as a bunch of small ones Actually, I know that sounds crazy to you guys now, but back in the days of circuit switches, sending a phone call over packet switching would have seemed just as crazy, but it's just as new. We can take over the world with micropayments if we can make them as cheap as a DNS call. Blockchain and non-blockchain value can work together on a modern payment tool. That's why ILP is so important for the future. Also, this is how it will be used inside of FedNow. Additionally, I shared that because everyone thinks FedNow won't use XRP since it can only be used between banks. And sending money between countries, because of this, it is very important to always look further into XRP. This is how it will take over the world. Hyperledger Foundation Q&T confirmed that in order to talk to Ripple, they need the Interledger protocol. Between now and now, everything is about Interledger. Interledger is meant for everyone and anyone. The Internet of Value is the same as ILP. Never forget that I always said that all of these cryptocurrencies would be linked and work together in the new money system. You can now see how Q&T and Ripple will work together. The Q&T method is like the blockchain. It's like Microsoft for a blockchain. It's going to hold everything together, keeping the whole system together. I even said that shortage wasn't a reason to do something. That is the reason Bitcoin is bad. Take a look at Q&T. It has both scarcity and real-world use cases and usefulness. This is the next 6-digit worth of item. And I was being safe by setting the number at 6 digits. I really believe it will reach $1 million as long as Bitcoin doesn't hit $1 million. There are 14.54 million, and the most that can be made is 14.61 million. Q&T is useful because it can be used for payments, deeps, licenses, deals, treasuries, and tokenizing real-world assets. You need to hold Q&T if you want to use the quant network. Also, let me tell you, $100 is just the beginning. It's really cheap to use Q&T. It's almost at its lowest point because from here on out, Q&T are only going to get better and better. When Q&T shows what it's really worth, grown guys are going to cry. The same thing happens with XRP. It's like you missed out on XRP when it was worth less than $3. It seems like everyone says that all the time. It's too late to tax RP. That's not true at all. XRP is designed to be a 4- and 5-digit product, and I showed you how it will help everyone on Earth. Standard Chartered, the Mako, brands, and HKT start working together to make a safe coin backed by the Hong Kong dollar. I believe Ripple will release several safe coins this year in 2025. It looks like it will happen in Europe. I believe it will happen in Japan too. Will they? I think so, and they'll do it in many other places soon after. That's how Ripple will send money all over the world. What if each country had its own stable coin or digital currency? They would have to be able to send and receive this digital currency across lines. They are going to figure out the best way to do that. XRP is the best answer. It goes in as RLUSD to XRP and comes out as the currency of any other country. That's what XRP is great for. How RLUSD will get $100 worth of XRP. Even though I already talked about this, people in the comments keep saying that RLUSD will make XRP less valuable. Not at all. They will work well together. A bank in country A wants to send money to country B. If it didn't want to use correspondent banking, which is slow and costs a lot with RLUSD and XRP, it would have to keep savings in country B's currency. The fee is changed to RLUSD by bank in country A. This turns RLUSD into XRP so that it can be sent quickly around the world. If XRP goes into country B as one currency and comes out as another, the fee is changed to RLUSD. As the need for RLUSD grows, so does the use of XRP as the payment layer between parties.